BYOB family, what is up, my educated, disciplined, committed master traders, all of the above? Welcome everybody to the call. What's everybody up to? Good evening, you guys. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Thursday, the 24th of March, 2022. My name is Genesis Patton. This is our Thursday evening market talks. You guys, welcome to the call. Now, as you log in, let me get you guys to, you know the deal. Let me get you guys to drop them not applications. We don't do that no more. Let me get you guys to drop those locations and let me see those affirmations. Sorry, you guys, I was cussing at you. I didn't mean to say the A word. Good evening, you guys. I am an educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All of my trades end in profit. I am 777. Let me see it, you guys. Drop it in the chat as you log into the call. Let me see it. I am an educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All of my trades end in profit. I am 777. Today, you guys, the Thursday has always been known as our more advanced segment, all right? And so we're going to get more advanced with our mindset, all right? You know, we spend time here at the beginning of these calls when you're hearing my voice, when you're in my lab, you guys. It's part of the concoction, all right? The mindset is skill set, all right? Mindset is a skill set. All right, so you guys, we want to be intentional. We want to be deliberate. And get those affirmations in the chat. Let me see where you're calling in from. Welcome, everybody. And if I've got anybody already on the call and you are new to the family, let me get a 111. If this is your first time on the call, let me get a 111 in the chat while we populate it with our affirmations. Good evening, Jacksonville, Florida. Wealthy woman having global impact. Yes. Cleveland, Ohio, my billionaire. What's happening? Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you for joining us, Big Bank. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Minnesota. All them trades end in profit. What's up, Pippin? Cleveland, Ohio. Good evening. Good evening. Everyone in good evening, everybody from Texas. Good evening. Good evening. What's happening, Pippin? I'm gonna use that one for a little bit. All them trades end in profit. Great, great, great. And I see you accepted that 6 figures in 6 months into your trade plan. That's awesome. Conyers, Georgia. Good evening. Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome, welcome. We want to make sure we're dropping those affirmations, you guys. Mount Vernon, what's up? Welcome to the call, you guys. Thank you. You know, I'm humbled that all you guys show up to listen to little of me out here in the Cleveland. You know, the Cleveland. Y'all know where it's at, right? Cleveland, Tennessee. That other Cleveland, Ohio, they were just like a copy of us. You know how I'd be like copying my trend lines and stuff. I'm just playing. You guys, good evening, Milwaukee, Chattanooga, 423 in the house. Cleveland, good evening, Cleveland, Ohio. My bold, confident, disciplined, educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth. That's right. That's right. The market pays me daily. You are correct. You are correct. And that's why we ain't filling out them applications, right? Oh, my bad. I said it again. Sorry, I'm gonna stop cussing. Good evening, Baltimore. Welcome to the call. Again, anybody new to the call, let me get a 111 in the chat. I need you to step out that comfortable box that you exist in, and then join the family. All right, get in the water. You know, don't be that guy that sits on the side of the pool and watches everybody swim. All right, get in that water, jump in, drop that 111. Ain't no shame in the game. Put it in there. Let me see where you guys are calling in from. Let me get those affirmations. All right. Everybody, listen. Thoughts turn into feelings. Feelings become actions. Actions become results. All right. This is where it starts. Like I said, mindset is a skill set. Thoughts become feelings. Feelings become actions. Actions become results. All right, you guys, we want to be intentional about our success. All right, we ain't never had $1 million. You ever had $1 million? I never had $1 million before. So I need to think like somebody that's had $1 million before. I've got to change my mindset. The poverty does not start in your pockets, you guys. It starts in your mind. Again, mindset is a skill set. Welcome to the call, Euclid, Ohio. Welcome everybody. I'm going to pull up our line key just for reference. I know according to you guys, I don't have any 111s in the call. So just in case anybody needs this for reference, you know, a refresher, here's a line key that's going to help you keep up with analysis is the way I use it. Now, I don't own any of these lines or anything like that. Feel free to take them as your own. All right. But I encourage you to make a color scheme of your own. All right. Whatever helps you float your boat. All right. That's the goal. Okay. So being that I don't have any 111s, I'm not going to, well, actually this call is recorded. So let's go ahead and jump into what this means. Support and resistance is going to be identified in yellow. Okay. Any stop loss or invalidation is going to be represented by a red line. Our harmonic scanner values, when concerning our currency pairs, are going to be valued in orange. Now, our psychological levels, we're going to see in light blue, and our pivots are going to be represented intentionally in purple rays, okay? Our vibrato alerts, any triggers that we use, we're going to be representing those in white, all right? So as you guys continue to log in the call, keep on dropping those affirmations and where you're calling in from. Let me get some 222s if you're showing back up for the skill set. You know, if you're returning back, if you've enjoyed the calls up so far, the education, you're diving deeper for an understanding. Let's see 222 in the chat. Let's represent you guys. All that hard work, all right? We don't go into a building. Nobody gets to see us. You know, I know that was a big transition for me. Like when I come off the road, you know, I know I talk a lot on here, but in real life, you know, I can be moderately sociable, you know, especially in my fields that I had led in, you know, and when I come into, you know, just trading full time, you know, I don't really get that interaction with people anymore. So let's drop it in the chat, you guys. Let's represent somewhere. Let's make our mark on the world. All right. Drop them 222s. We want to see that hard work. You guys, 777 if you've been getting to the money this week, you guys, 777. If you've been making them charge rain on you, drop them, you guys, drop them. We want to see that money. We want to see the guap. We want to see it. Charge, but I have my money. I'm telling you guys, that's the mindset that you want to check into is like, hey, I'm coming here for this paycheck. All right. You wouldn't go to work and be like, oh, I might work for some money today. Today might be free. No, we check into a mindset. We go to work with expectation. All right. And that's how we need to approach this the skill set in our charts. Great evening, great evening, great evening, my master trader. All right, 888 for everybody who's in that like-minded, that like mindset. And we know that compounding is truly the eighth wonder of the world, you guys. There's a reason we keep on going after that. You know, speaking of which, while we're on our advanced calls, you know, we can dive deeper into that. All right, compounding is definitely key. Okay, you know, there's a lot of currency traders out here that would misguide you and have you try risk all your money and take these huge trades, you know, but that's not how you build wealth. If you're trading risky like that, then you're still subject to that poor mindset. You definitely need to be in these affirmations when we drop them. Okay. Good evening, Essex UK. Welcome, 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 welcome. 888, you guys. Compounding is key. Compounding is key. You don't build like brick homes. Don't come out of a box pre-assembled. All right. Unless you guys got a 3D printer that's building your building, you know, the process is still one brick at a time. We lay the mortar down, all that good jazz. And even when you know, these high-tech 3D printers, all right, they're still subject to a methodological process. I probably messed that word up, but it's all right, because that's not what we're here to learn about. All right. We'll worry about my 6-year-old's English grade, not mine. Good evening, Vancouver Island. Welcome to the call. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, you guys, while I still have your attention, I want you guys checking out our website, BYOBmovementllc.com. We are offering at this time our BYOB Select Prepaid MasterCard. You guys, have been branded and vetted by, we are branded and have been vetted by MasterCard, you guys. And we have stepped out and representing from the lead, you guys. Leading from the front. All right, we are the bank. You know, we are not a bank. Okay, but what you're seeing right here was just once one of those thoughts that become a feeling, that turned into an action. And then here you have what we offer to you as in 5% cash back with so many other rewards, you guys, but it wouldn't be no fun if we gave you away all the secrets. So you got to sign up and get that to you. All right. Drop your picture in the Telegram when you get it. We want to see that. Now, you guys, I've been talking a lot lately about our YouTube channel. And you know me, I'm all about visual representation. I hate when I get to sit here wiggling my mouse at you. I feel that's kind of rude. So I brought you to it. Look, there's that line key. Huh? It's on. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel. Now, as you'll see, what you want to enter into your search bar is going to be BYOB Movement Worldwide. What's going to come up is a picture of our visionary and our trade whisperer between Gerald Rogers and Miss Tasha M. Dyer, all right, as our mastermind team. And then here's all those playlists. Go ahead and click over to the tab. If you're on your iPhones, it's really easy to select the playlist. If you got an Android, I suggest you get an iPhone. I'm just playing, but it probably would be a better situation for your life. Just saying, Team iPhone. I do not have any shares. Good evening, my BYOB educated master trader. Oh, there's that BYOB baby. So you guys, again, I've stressed this so much coming to the channel and getting into those playlists. All right, this is we're not hiding anything from you. Like I've said before, we've made this more available than Walmart. All right, 24/7, all around the globe. You guys can log into this channel. You can subscribe. Actually, we'd actually appreciate it if you click that little subscribe button and like the videos as you watch them. You know, it'd be awesome. But if not, we still want to impact you. All right, it's bigger than that to us. Good evening. Good evening. Now, before we get started, you guys, because I always seem to get ahead of myself with this, I want to make space for questions, comments, and testimonies. Questions, comments, and testimonies. One of those thought, feeling, action, results, you know, is because of a question. You know, a couple of weeks back, so we felt the need to dive deeper into time frame confluence, spend a little bit more time, and here we are on another continued week of time frame confluence tonight, you guys. That's what we're going to be covering again. Now, we do need to get back to the syllabus, I believe, in structure. All right. These will not be the last conversations we have about the topic. So I have faith that we have a wealth of material up to this point and information to guide us to understanding. All right. Every day we're seeking gained clarity. All right. But up to this point, I feel like we've got enough to move on because we've got so much more use out of the strategy, you know, our tools and all of that. Everything I've told you guys we were going to cover since the top of the year. All right. Again, for reference, the discussion that we've been in has been saved into the playlist Market Mastery. Okay. And for those that are curious, the fundamental playlist, the reason why I harp so much on the YouTube channel is the market structure playlist. Now, there are so many other videos and playlists to check out there, but for just a start of a direction, all right, for those of you that are just attempting to quench that thirst for what it is. I can't. I spent time watching those videos over and over and over again. I spent time exercising the information that was given you guys. All right, everything I mentioned, no matter how redundant, no matter how repetitive, everything is so intentional. All right, especially you guys as we get into this mindset, as we get into work on this Thursday evening. Yes, you guys, again, I just want to remind you, I want you guys to take this over the weekend, okay? Everything that you're experiencing now was once just affirmation. All right, even if you're not dropping them in the chat, you guys, I want you saying them in the shower. All right, I want you saying them when you look at your kids. I want every time your boss gets mad at you, pick your favorite sentence out of your affirmations and just, or not your boss gets mad at you, but every time you're frustrated with your employers or one of your coworkers, I want you to hold key to one of those favorite sentences and just and grow from there. Start. Thoughts become feelings, feelings become actions, actions become results. You guys, the mind is such a powerful tool, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Only use 10% of that thing. Half of y'all out here using 2, it seems like. Common sense just is not common these days. It has nothing to do with this call. I just figured I'd share that tidbit. All right, so you guys, here we are. You know, let's do it. We get started early. We got colors everywhere. Lines like you get a color, you get a color. Everybody gets colors, right? So it's been expressed to me, you know, more than enough times, you know, the some concerns, not necessarily concerns, but you know, people just, you know, you show up, you get excited about the BYOB cash out strategy, you don't dive in deeper for the skill set, and then you feel like all's hopeless, distraught. Oh, this is working against me. Oh no, that ain't right. Oh, this is my broker's against me. There's all type of things, you guys. But so much is answered by patience and in skill set, you guys. You know, your mindset really will help you with that patience, that exercise in patience. All right. Again, everything's so intentional. All right. This week, again, we're going over time frame confluence. So we definitely want to give certain issues some time. We want to slow down and move. Again, you guys, space for questions, comments, testimonies, all throughout the call. All throughout the call. All right. So let's start with the easy ones. All right. You got if you I didn't get any 111s in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go back through that one more time. Make sure there's nobody else I need to welcome. Love you guys. Teardrop. Oh. Yeah, I didn't miss anybody. No 111s in the call. So we're kind of familiar up to this point about how I've laid this out. All right. Varying levels of difficulty. You know, the green arrows represent the cash out. All these, first of all, represent the cash out strategy. For those of you guys that feel like you miss trades or that everything's too difficult or something like that, and when I can't, if this were when I first started trading, you know, these arrows have been everywhere. All right, BYOB is a market strategy. All right, so we're gonna dive into that thought. All right, happens multiple times throughout the day. The easiest way for everyone to cash out is represented by these green arrows, right? Now, those of you that have, you know, been spending time in that skill set, right? Spending time in the education, spending time in your demo, right? Heck, spending if you talk to one person and out loud about what your intentions are, you know, that's spending time, right? It's effort. But for those of you guys that spent time in the YouTube channel or you've been with us for a minute, this is your place. This is your area of operation. All right. You're able to recognize entries into the market, trends. We've been over a couple of classes by now as I squinch in. You know, I'm speaking to those guys that can see that, right? And I definitely do care to explain. And our yellow is best associated by continuation. Now, I have this yellow because continuation can kind of get hairy sometimes, but it's something that can also be captured along the way. You know, that was another one of those hurdle. I wouldn't call it hurdle, but milestone. There you go. That was one of those milestones when I realized that the trade continued. That it just got me. You know, it was another bite. You know, I took another bite of that cookie. It is a big old cookie, you guys. There's a lot of bites. All right. But I'm telling you, each one of them are good. And then by the time you get done with the whole cookie, we'll talk about sugar high. All right. Oh, so let's get with the strategy. What is the BYOB cash out strategy? All right. The BYOB cash out strategy, first of all, is identified on the 15-minute time frame. 15 minutes. Okay. For this example, on our Euro GBP, I've identified a buying trend, all right, a very bullish trend, okay? And what we want to look to first, we're going to ignore this orange line just for me sake of saying it. All right, we're paying attention to our green line. And what we had up to this point was we had that blue line crossing over the red in upward momentum. Now we weren't directly at the 20, all right? We were not at the 20, but we were definitely around it in this space, all right? The stochastic oscillator goes from 0 to 100, all right? So being that we're at 30 means that we're around the 20. We're around the 20, all right, you guys? Headed in upward momentum. Being that this is our leading indicator and our only leading indicator, it's what we look to first, okay? Now, what we must look for next is our candles. Our next indicator is our Heikin-Nashi candles. That's what we use with our cash out strategy, as it is copywritten at a 92% accuracy rate. All right, we need these flat bottom green candles. All right, this is our second indicator. Now, following very closely behind that, we have our parabolic stop and reverse, our P-star flip. Whereas in these little dots, we're traveling above our candles before. Now we have that flip, right? And that flip only when it happens underneath this green flat bottom candle, where we have this crossover in our stochastic, does that give us indication, hey, let's go up to the 1 hour and make sure we're trading with the trend. We want to see the ongoing movement at that moment. Okay, you guys? Now, when we come to our stochastic, we notice that we look down here. Let me zoom in some more. Let me zoom in some more so we can see the all right, and we were in that looks like territory. This is all we need at the 1 hour is to be in that looks like territory. Okay, now at our stochastic, or when we get to our candles, it is great if we have a green candle, but here on our higher time frame of our 1 hour, all right, we don't need that same green candle. Okay, here when we get to a higher understanding of our skill set, we begin to realize the change in momentum. But for basic understanding, when we come down to our, let me do it like that. When we come down to our stochastic, we have that crossover and curve up, or we would generally be looking for that curve up or that upward momentum to say, hey, we are in that buy or we are starting that buy. Down here is more like starting, and of course, up here in this general space would be inside of it. All right. So then from the 1 hour, we drop down because we're not jumping into any trades, you guys. We're not seeing these two things and just being like, all right, press the button. Now, I want you to get comfortable pressing the button. I want you to get exercise pressing the button in your demo account. All right. But I never want you to be so excited that you're not looking at the 5 minute. All right. Because that tight entry is so important. Now, some of you guys aren't going to listen anyway. That this is generally where that 8%, a lot of that lies. that the other 8%. All right, the other guys. No, I don't want to cash out as anybody, but either way, this, if you're not executing properly down to your 5 minute, which of course it takes exercise. You know, not everybody's lifting the same weights in the gym. Okay, not everybody's lifting the same weights in the gym. All right, but we want to be in here shooting with you. All right, I'll tell you that we want to be in here shooting with you. We're gonna pip and trip together. We're gonna expo and I don't know. I'll come up with some quirky saying to that next time. All right, forgive me for dropping the ball. But this 5 minute, all right, is where you're gonna get your tight entry. And once you master your skill set here for your tight entries, when you know how to recognize your defined movement, this is not a psychological level. Let's get this. Boom. Once you get down to recognizing where your entry points are, you guys, then that's like the feeling, the sigh of relief. Like instead of seeing like 10 pip corrections, you have like your corrections being like the 1-2 pips. You know, the pip, once you get executed enough. Shoot, I've had trades go straight into the blue, like the pullback, you know, a little bit. But you know, either way, you guys, executing. All right. So that in its entirety right there was for the beginners. Now let's jump up for skill set sake. All right, let's jump up for skill set sake. All right, here's another pretty easy entry. All right, blue line crossing. Oh, what did I do? This is a cash tape. What did I do? Let me get in here. Do that. All right. Now, over here, what we have is a failure to participate. Because, like I said, a lot of people, they want to show up and cash out, you know, get excited off the hype, you know, but we don't want to get deeper into the skill set. So everyone else, I mean, all you guys, you know, you just wait for a signal or something. Everybody else is interested in the skill set. Everybody else wants to go deeper. All right. What we had here is that we come to a significant low in a downtrend. Now let's get up to a higher time frame. That's just way too much activity. All right, but as we squinch up this time frame, and you know, we're not analyzing from the top down right now. I'm just showing you, you know, we can see that downtrend, right? So for those of you that were at that higher understanding, right? You guys see the channels and all that's kind of created. You recognize where we were at in the spot. You guys were in position. All right. So being that you recognized where we were in the market, so I'm telling you, every level of understanding can profit from the BYOB cash out strategy, whether you're learning or you're trying to stay busy throughout the day. All right. Because right here at this low, look at what we had, you guys. Blue line crossed over the red, upward momentum. Now let me, this is still fooling around. Let's get this in perspective so we can see this for real. All right, over here, you guys, I've got my 80, my 20. That's all. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna do that more often. I like that view. All right, so blue line crossed over the red around the 20. Now, what you see here, if I come over to my right, is that we're at the 40 where this actually happened. But again, you guys, this one is for advanced skill set. Thursday night, we're driving deeper into our skill set. That means our cash out strategy as well, you guys, because I don't want to be at a lack for anybody. I don't want anybody slipping through the cracks. All right, we're pressing. All right, we're pressing. We've already had 4 years of access to understanding. All right, you guys, and I don't want anybody during this turnover to get lost through the cracks. Right? I don't want anybody else saying there's risk involved with this market strategy. I don't want anybody else saying, oh, I'm just not seeing it. I don't want anybody else saying it doesn't happen. Okay. I really haven't had that many conversations, but I can imagine, across the journey. You know, we're people too, you guys. We're people. Even as educators, we've all been through a journey. We understand. Now, when we get up on these calls, I'm speaking positivity to you. I'm attacking your bag that's in your mind. Remember, I said poverty starts in the mind. All right. I want you speaking highly. I want you speaking positively. I want you speaking in confidence and claiming things. I want you declaring and affirming. All right, declaring and affirming. You guys, the power of the mind. All right. Anyways, so we get down here, and because we understood where we were at in the market, we had our blue line cross over the red. Not so much at the 20, but we were moving away from the 20. We knew that we were pushing in for this buy. All right. And what also we see is our flat bottom green candle. All right, flat bottom green candle and our PSAR flip. This had been the most perfect of trend reversals that you could have ever had. All right, because when it broke through its trend line, you guys, it was breaking with the BYOB cash out strategy. So let's go up to the 1 hour because it's still required. It's still required. Time frame confluence is still required. Even if if you could tell your great granny where we are at in the market, I still need you going up to the hour time frame and looking for confluence. Confluence is the language of the market, you guys. It's so important that we've been spending several weeks on this topic. All right, several weeks. And I'm not leaving you guys out in the wind after tonight. I promise you, we will revisit this as much as we need. There's 365 days in the year. What is it? 56, 52 weeks. All right, there's 52 Thursdays. And that's a whole bunch of explaining I got to do. Okay. So here, even more so, it is a great representation down here in our stochastic. I don't know what that. All right, but let's get this into pain. All right, because we were below our 20 and we had our blue line crossover the red. Now, again, we're paying attention to this orange line here, this orange line. All right, blue line crossover the red at our 1 hour, you guys, coming away from the 20. This right here told you that we were setting up for all of this. All right, all this. All right, this whole bull move, the blue line crossing over the red. We were definitely in that looks like territory, you guys, as we came up to the 1 hour. Now, again, at this point in time, we didn't have one of those beautiful beautiful green candles, right? But what we did have is definitely a change in what we can we see in these candles. And I was just being silly there. I don't have a stutter. You know, I try to be entertaining. You know, I think I'm funny. So what we had down here, you guys, is we saw where the strength of our candles was weakening. All right, we had more and more indecision, and we were definitely even more so at that looks like territory. Now, again, you guys, for everybody operating in my green arrow spaces, I did forget to mention that the strategy as copywritten, I want you going to your securing your first 10 pips. All right, first 10 pips and cash out. All right, when you watch a couple of videos and you understand support and resistance, then I want you taking your trades to your first support and resistance line. All right, if you've seen the BYOB cash out strategy happen, I want you going to that first support and resistance line. If all you guys have been cashing out with is just 10 pips here recently, we're up into this point. Today's the day where you switch hats. All right, this is it. All right, carpe diem. All right, there's no day like today. All right, you know, when you go into your trades tomorrow, we're taking all those executable strategies to our first support and resistance. All right. So what does that look like here? What does that first take profit look like here? All right. We had our entry down at our 15-minute, and we want to get our direction from our higher time frames. Okay. So we're getting our take profits from our higher time frames, you guys. We're not getting our take profits from the 15-minute at all. Come back up to the 1 hour and get ready for that placement. Right now, we didn't here at this orange line, because I'm speaking to you guys. All right, I'm speaking to you guys. Up here, you were 10 pips cash out. Down here, I'm talking to you guys. All right. So we didn't have any of this information over here. All we had was what we could regard in the past. Again, we're at the 1 hour. What we're gonna do is look to the left. We're gonna look to the left. All right, and what we have to our left is the last significant area of breakthrough. The last significant area of breakthrough. Let's go ahead and do this bim me up orange because like it matches, I guess. I don't know. It makes sense, right? So the last significant area of breakthrough. All right. We don't have to necessarily go, back to the future or whatever. We don't have to do all that extra goodness, while encouraged in your analysis to go all the way back and really see what's going on. What we want to recognize is the last most significant area, okay? And this area started right here where I've got my yellow line. All right, I'm gonna keep this one yellow. All right, because that becomes support and resistance, all right? Now, definitely, as you can see, there is more room for opportunity up there to take in that trade. There's a space right here. All right. But what we don't want to do is to get into risk trading, you guys. I'm not a gambling man. I'm not going to teach you how to gamble. All right. We want to take intentional trades. We're not dipping for pips out here. We're not trading Pokemon. We're not trying to catch them all. All right. This isn't Baskin Robbins where you're tasting all 31 flavors or whatever, how many they got in 2022. All right. We want to be intentional about our trades. And that's why we preach compounding so much. Compounding, compounding, compounding. You grab these intentional trades and you build off of those because we know we can gain consistency from these areas. And consistency is the catapult that helps us with our compounding. All right. Bunch of like syllabled words there. All right. If I'm keep on messing around, I'm going to tie my own tongue. All right. And because we've gotten so far into the call, you guys, I'm not going to bear into this yellow one. We have broken down that before. As we get into these Thursdays, it may not be every Thursday, but I definitely do intend to continuously break down the strategy like this. On Tuesday evenings, we have a really great basics call. All right. And then come here Thursday, expecting to really be in that understanding. All right. Just for deeper knowledge. All right. Now, our basics will have you profiting while you're learning. Okay. But then once you become past that point, and you begin to recognize your take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. All right, you guys. Like I said, down here was a major indicator of movement. All right. Once you get into that space, all right, you guys. I'm telling you, the world is yours. All right, Tony Montana, you can have it. You can have it. All right, so let's get into our topic for the evening, you guys. I think, what is it? Let's go off of let's go off of this one for our explanation this evening. So again, before we get any further, I always want to leave space for questions, comments, and testimonies. I want you guys to press. All right. I've never had to teach a class before. I mean, outside of the Army, and those guys had to be there. So being that you guys want to be here, I want to answer your questions. If it occurs to you on a Tuesday, write it down, bring it to the call. I really ask that you do bring it to the call because of what we know as the collective conscious. All right. The collective conscious. All right, you guys. You're not the only one in your position, and all of us take like journeys, okay? Your light bulb may be the light bulb for someone else as well. Your question may bring clarity, or the answer to your question may bring clarity to someone else. That explanation, you never know. All right, you guys. So make those presses, all right, and we're going to address all of them for sure. If we can't get to them to the call, if we don't have that space and time, then I myself will write them down, and we'll address them at a later date. All right, you guys, I'm here for y'all. Time frame confluence. Time frame confluence. I wonder if new type of money can make that into a song. All right. I'm really looking forward to this one he's about to drop because it's already got me excited. I can't wait to trade. I'm gonna bring it up on the call. We own that one, baby. You know what I'm saying? This morning when y'all caught whatever I was listening to, we can't stream that. really blows, but new type of money got us right. So top-down analysis. All right, let me recenter here. Top-down analysis. When we are talking top-down analysis, we are coming from the higher time frames all day. All right, all day, all day, all day. This is where market structure exists. This is where you excel. All right, top down is where we get a perspective of where we're at in the market. All right, this is where the conversation starts. All right. I don't know what language you speak, but here we talk money. Okay. And this one speaks to us at the 4 hour. We need to know the direction of the market, the direction of the market. Now, the first time I broke this down to you, I had a really great analogy. I felt like that was centered around your life goals and all that, and how it broke down, that direction for your life. It may have gotten a little complex. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I'm always trying to sneak in some more training on mindset there because I feel it's that important. But here, you guys, I want to come with the classic. I want to come with the heat. All right, you guys, our 4 hour our 4 hour, you guys, represents very much so the head of the household. Okay, we need absolute direction and decision from our higher time frames. Okay, our 4 hour gives us enough information to where we can properly assess where we are at in the market. We can identify whole ranges here at the 4 hour. Okay. Each one of these candles, as you see it right now, represents for a 4 hour time frame. All right, you guys. Down on the 15-minute, all right, this rise and drop, all right, that took a significant amount of time. Actually, let me get back up to the 4 hour. I'll put this in a box, not a big one, just for sake of reference. Where are we at? Let's go back. All right, you guys, with all of these candles, all right, it's not so you can't tell just at the 15-minute. Look at how much activity there is down in our stochastic. You could not properly assess from that time frame like you can up here on our 4 hour how much of an overbought condition price action was. All right, there was still so much activity just in this itty bitty box. See how far it took me just to find our way from here just to get here, and all the activity that happened in that box. All right. It's at the 4 hour where you're going to see these trend changes. All right, where you're going to see these highs created, where you're going to see the lows form. All right. The 4 hour is where we very much so seek direction. All right. If you'll follow me in my stochastic, right, from here all the way up through here, we were buying all the way up through here. No, I already discovered that when I put boxes down here, it doesn't correlate. All right, but all the way through here, we're buying. Now, you guys, box right here only covered amount of space here to here. All right, but when we come back, all that space, you guys, all right, we were buying for a very long time. So if we're down here on our lower time frames trying to pick what the market's going to do and stuff like that, there is a very high probability that you lost some money. Very high probability if you thought the 30-minute or the 15-minute was going to give you that direction. You guys, we can't even get direction from the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour is not the head of the household. Up here, top style, big dog, all right? We giving direction. We've got the vision for a family. And I'll just put myself to the table, right? When I think I used this example before, so when it come time for me to get out of the Army, all right, my family was depending on me for direction. All right, my wife had a set of goals. I had a place in life I wanted to take us. All right, and I had to make certain decisions to get us to that point, right? my wife gave up her life to join with me and whatever plans we immediately had going on there. Now the intention was definitely to grow together, right? But in that immediate, you know, she gave up a lot for me. I was in the Army, you know, she come to Clarksville looking like, all right, how do I fit in around here? What do I got to do to not stand out? How do I get in with the other military spouses? How do I cooperate with the unit? This, that, and the third. You know, and I'm not saying I was one of those, you know, high speed soldiers or nothing like that. But when she moved up she migrated to live with me, you know, so we could live together. I try to be, so, you know, I love my wife. I want to get beat. You know what I'm saying? She don't beat me, but I want her to be mad, you know. Uh, she looked to me for that direction. And that's what our head of our household represents. All right. While our 1 hour is a great asset, all right, it looks to the 4 hour for its actual direction, this activity that's happening. Okay. So we come to our 4 hour and we identify our zones. We want to see where we're at in the market. This is where we go way, 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 way back in the past. Way, 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 way back in the past. And we're looking for, well, for one, the most recent touch for sure. This has got to be a significant high. So let's go down to here. All right. When we're identifying these places, I could have squinched that up a lot too, huh? That would have helped. Geez, think with that noggin. You guys, I'm not. See, it's that right there is proof. You don't have to be a genius. Okay. So we look to our left, you guys, because we want to be identifying our touches. All right. And here at our 4 hour, it's even important so that we're looking for those major touches. We really want to identify ranges in which price action exists. That way we know when to expect, hey, we've been buying. I need to know when I'm not buying no more. All right, you guys, when I'm not buying no more. So again, you guys, pausing for questions, comments, and testimonies. Questions, comments, testimonies up to this point. All right, we're gonna move forward if I'm not seeing anybody drop any. We're looking to the left, you guys, looking for those major points of touches up here at our 4 hour, okay? Now that we've identified at this place, you know, even in this live space, we're back here at this significant high, you guys. We're at this significant high, okay? And when we look to the past, you guys, it's been a really major point of rejection. All right, it took a long time for price action to toy with that level before it finally said, not having it at all. Okay, but nonetheless, that high and that low is what we're looking for to identify the ranges that we belong in. Okay, and as you can see, there's definitely still space on the in between, you know, in our 4 hour, but we're not going to get into our mid ranges or nothing like that. Okay, I want you guys coming up to the 4 hour and just simply identifying where we're at. All right, and what you need to do most is identify the most recent high, most recent low as your range. Now, beyond that, while you're still at your 4 hour, let's take say we were analyzing this, which we're not. What we want to do is analyze the zone that we are in. All right, you have your range, all right, and you have your zones, okay? Some of you guys are what you call zone to zone traders. So you know how to operate. Let me see. Where's my money sign? You know how to operate inside of this space very well. All right. What? Why are you not? What's going on? I pushed the wrong button. All right. So space here. All right. My zone to zone traders. You know how to identify those zones. You're looking for those breakthroughs. All right. We're not. usually this is the tone that I'm speaking to when you hear me on the 9 a.m. indices calls, you guys. All right. We bounce around inside of our zones, but when we break through them, we really look to take confident trades, confident spacious trades. All right. Pause for a comment. You are so thorough and we appreciate. Oh, thank you. Now, y'all know if y'all ain't seen my picture, I'm light skinned. Now, y'all gonna have me over here blushing. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, so the in-between space is also what's known as zone to zone, okay? Now, for those of you that are a little bit more impatient, my efficient scalping traders, all right, this is also a zone that's operable. We're still here at our 4 hour, you guys. We're still talking time frame confluence, but we're taking this from the top down analysis, all right, top down analysis. And mind you, I see you can pull examples from wherever it is, you guys. That's the beauty. I want you guys to live with this understanding. I want you guys grasping the market structure like this. All right. So we come here and we're looking for time frame confluence when we get down to our lower time frames. So I don't want to analyze a live trade. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull our box back over here to historic for educational purposes. We're going to drop to our 1 hour. We're looking for that time frame confluence. We're operating in between this line here and right here for sake of reference. This is the parameters for our box. Where's my I'm over here pressing buttons again. I don't even know what that was. Yeah. V. Give me my control. Thank you. Of course, it would do it 3 times. All right, so for sake of reference, you guys, as we drop down to our 1 hour, this is where we're at, all right? Because that box doesn't give us the parameters down at the stochastic. We need that understanding for what we got going on here, all right? This is actually a really good point or a good place to analyze time frame confluence. What do we have? That's that box. Here's that zone. Let's get rid of that zone. All right. Let's get rid of this because we know where we're at. All right. For those of you that haven't heard me explain it before, that line, that support, as I just deleted it, is more properly so represented as a space like this. I've been kind of persistent on that. And information like that is what makes zone to zone traders so efficient. All right. Now your intra-zone traders that operate up here, great, but those ones that are really analyzing and looking out for those breakthroughs, those zone to zone traders, all right, that's what makes them so efficient, is understanding that support and resistance very more clearly so is represented by an area. Okay, so let's see where we want to be in this space. Let's come up here at the beginning of this, all right, where we slowed down. Okay, now what you'll see with time frame confluence, just like trend lines, we need to understand specific movements. All right, we have our upward trends. Can I drop trend lines on this thing down here? Oh, that's awesome. We have upward trends. All right. We have downward trends. All right, downward movement. All right. And we have that consolidation. We have that sideways movement. All right. Now, let's take a look. All right. Now we drew that down here, but let's take a look at what that looks like up here. Okay. I'm going to move these lines, these parameters that we have. Drag this one over here. All right, you guys. So what we have up here, as we can see, is our stochastic goes along with our candles. Now, while the movement is different, right? look here. We've got this short buy. Look at our stochastic. We're up, right? We've got this short sell. You're down here. And I'm not saying this for specific movement. I'm just saying, we've got green candles, red candles, calling them buy, sell. All right. Don't get too attached to that at this moment. All right. As we get our candles turn green, look what happened again. All right. Candles turn green. Look what happened. Candles went red. Look what happened. All right. Candles went for that great push. All right. We had that final surge. Look where we were before we had that full surge. All right, you guys, you need to talk to the market to be able to understand how to operate in this space. Because look how much room for opportunity there still was, you guys. The times where we're gonna have these huge breakthroughs like here, and we're not going to go this was our final breakthrough. All right, price action, that momentum stopped right here. We were definitely sideways after, okay, which we're going to get to in a second. Now we've got lines all over the place. This is getting interesting. We're getting hairy. So now, you guys, we're not looking at for harmonic scanner trades with this orange. All right, this is educational purposes, demonstrative purposes. All right. They are places where I need to keep on the chart, but I don't necessarily want your attention. I want your attention any space that's yellow. All right. So let me even change this to orange. All right. All right. Price action, this nice move that we had stopped right here at this yellow support that we've drawn, right? As we can see right after this line, price went sideways for a little bit. All right, this wasn't space that we could really analyze. Now you can, but you're gonna have to be an excellent skill set. It's not for this call. Maybe for when we readdress how to navigate yourself above or when you're in this overbought territory. All right, this is all continuation, definitely a higher skill set. All right, but what you can see it's identified by is this sideways movement. We as retail traders often do not want to operate in this space without time frame confluence, without our time frames aligned. In this space, if these little, let me zoom in because here I'm wiggling my mouse at you guys again. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me, okay? Don't talk in all caps to me. I get anxious, okay? We have to be completely confluent when we're in this overbought space, because now there's room for opportunity for everybody to execute wherever you're at. There's always a way to make the trades turn blue, you guys. If you see my affirmations, all of my trades into profit every day. I'm not coming out this market unless my trades are in profit. And the only reason I'm entering a trade in the first place is because I have this confluence. I can know without a doubt. I'm not predicting, I'm not guaranteeing, but I know that with confluence, I have movement. So pause for somebody just thought I was funny. You might want to get checked out by a doctor. My wife calls me crazy. Just don't tell anybody you laugh at my jokes. So this is just a time frame confluence between the 1 hour and the 4 hour. And you guys, I don't intend to stop the information here, but even if I did, there would be so much sauce from right there. That's all. That's the only understanding from time frame confluence you need to profit. All right, that's where I need you anchored in for direction in the market. Let's get rid of some of these lines. All right, because I'm losing association with those. All right. Now back to our stochastic. If you'll notice, if I can enlarge, let me pull this closer. I don't think that's going to help now. I'll just Control Z that, bring that back to where it was. One more time. Note between here and, all right, my zoom toolbar is over. I gotta move that. And where are we at down here? And here, you guys, again, with our stochastic. All right, you guys, I didn't make those lines yellow. Let me make sure I do so. So I really don't want to miss anybody with this. All right. Now, even though we had small corrections in this time frame, the entire time we were selling. Now, what the 1 hour is great for, okay, when you feel you're in a space where the 1 hour and the 4 hour is not necessarily in alignment, we don't have that confluence, you feel like, all right, we still want to keep an eye out for correction, okay? I made my point with that, I feel like. Let's go back to a little bit of use with trend lines, okay? Because we can very much so we can make use of correction. Now, I'm not teaching correction. I can never tell you how far price action or how far corrections go. You know, we have some itty bitty corrections that don't touch you don't touch the bounds of your trend lines. You know, you have some long ones that don't touch your trend lines. Sometimes price action just has to get close enough for that drop to be right there, you know, so we can't teach correction, okay? But we want to keep an eye out for what's happening. We want to keep an eye out for what's happening in the market in regards to, because at the 1 hour, we can still see that swing of the market, okay? 4 hour, we look for that direction. 4 hour, what are we looking out for? What are we keeping an eye out for always? 1 hour, what's happening right now? What's happening in this space that I have time for, okay? A lot of you guys aren't taking trades that they're going to benefit from the full hour, pull, and I'm not saying that, it takes 4 hours for this space. Right here, this stayed overbought for a long time, okay? And then it dropped really quickly, okay? So your stochastic has no relevance to actually ticking members of time, all right? No actual relevance to that. So let's I think of 1 hour swing of the market, 4 hour we're getting direction, okay? Let's get on down to our 15 minute. Now we are going to skip that 30 minute, okay? Now in regards to your GBP pairs, there is value. Let me get a point of reference. I didn't get that before. Oh, I guess I do have. So let's get back down to that 15. I moved my Zoom toolbar into a very dangerous place. Let's not mess this call up. Let's get back over here and see what time frame confluence looks like for us down here. Now, you guys, we go over all the time on the cash out strategy. That's a really good representation of our constant representation of time frame confluence. I really don't want to spend too much time. An example down here, those higher time frames honestly are where I have more interest in explaining from tonight. I don't want to keep on dropping down looking for entries and all the circles and stuff like I did. There was a lot of great juice on that that first time frame confluence call. I definitely encourage you guys to seek that. So on this call, you guys, like I said, I wanted to focus more on our 1 hour and 4 hour, because ultimately that's where we're looking to be confluent with. All right, we find a time frame confluence of factors of 4, 5, and 6. All right, and up there on our 1 hour, 4 and 4 hour are what we're basing those decisions off of. What time frames are in line with our higher time frames. All right, like I said, the 4 hour is the head of the household. All right, the 1 hour or the 4 hours is the head of the household, represented by the father. The 1 hour is represented by that supporting member of the household. My kids go to my wife more often than they do me for what's going on right now, especially because I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm a girl dad, right? So they're going to their mother for how to be a young lady, how to do their hair, getting ready in the morning. I'm usually on the calls with you guys or in my charts or whatever. My wife does a really outstanding job of getting our girls together so that ultimately they can be prepared for their days. That way, it's like I talk to my oldest all the time. You know, I know some of the things that all these conversations you and I have are, and this is me talking to my daughter, get redundant and boring, whatever. But I'm preparing you to be in position. All right, you know, the places that these pips are taking us, you guys, place these points are taking us. You know, I'm in my kids' ears all the time, but they get that direction from me, and they look to their mother most often to see, all right, what is it that makes me into that person? All right. Um, I don't want to get too deep into analogies and all that. That can be really distracting. Okay. Down here at the 15-minute, all right, that represents my children. All right. They represent the presently where my legacy resides. Okay. If they to really be bountiful and in position to where we're heading, you know, they got to be in line with what big dogs got going on. All right. If you come out of pocket with what I got, you know, you might find yourself homeless. Not right now, but at the appropriate age, right? Because I'm definitely you know, I'm not one to cradle and kiss the boo-boos. We learn from the mistake, all right? You know, we're definitely nurturing around here, but you know, especially being that I have all girls, you know, we definitely learn from the mistakes that life or learn from the lessons that life has for us. Okay, you guys. So uh I don't want to take any more time into the lower time frames. Like I said, the earlier calls that we recorded, you can find on that YouTube channel in the market mastery playlist, represent uh, another thorough explanation. I got into the lower time frames down there, but being that we're revisiting this, we're going for deeper understanding. I want you guys to understand, you know, spend some time up at that 4 hour. You know, if you spend 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, however long it takes you for that light bulb to click up at that 4 hour, really get a sense of direction, to really get an idea that between the 1 hour and the 4 hour, we have this similar notion. Spend that time. Don't get into any hasty trades, because your consistent ones are the ones that are really going to build for you guys. They're the ones that are really going to build for you consistent. You know, and as we look down here, all right, just another reason why we can't be at any low time frame looking for direction. You see how much activity happened in the midst of those simple movements. Up at our higher time frame, that 1 hour, we had the uptrend, the sideways movement, and the downtrend, right? You see how much activity happened while we were still buying, you guys, while we were still in that uptrend. You see how much activity happened while we were still in that sideways, and again, while we were downward. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you're not wrong. You just seek more clarity. All right, you're not losing. You're winning. So when you keep on tapping in, when you keep on not giving up, you're winning. All right, that's your heart's beautiful at that point. All right, mindset is a skill set. Discipline, consistency, excellence, and execution. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Now I feel like if I went any further tonight, I would just run out of air. All right, I don't want to get lightheaded or nothing like that. I don't want to get into beating up any dead horses. Again, like I said, you guys, this will not be the last time we visit this conversation. You guys got me. All right, we're here for the family. This is my vision, my direction. You know, it is my intention to deliver this information to you, to structure our conversations more and more and more so, to organize my language, my literature, to make it relevant to you, to deep diver into whatever analogy it is that's going to bring it home to you guys. All right, because I know that just like me, a lot of you are you know, when I was climbing towers, you guys, I gotta admit, I loved my job. I really did. I found a lot of satisfaction with it. It helped me with a lot of things coming out of the army. You know, that was really cool. You know, best office view ever. I promise you. But it couldn't last forever. I had priorities in my life. All right. Yeah, let's go into some mindset, some whys. All right. Because I know for a fact that some of you guys are in positions where you feel like there's no way out. And you're in this education, you're in your demo, you're doing everything you said to do, and you're just like, what is going on? All right. It you I was in that same position, you guys. When I was climbing towers on the road, exhausted, you know, it was those mindset that I had to dig in. Even before I was dropping my affirmations in the chat, guys, it was a mindset that I had to attach to myself that we're not promised tomorrow. All the blessings that we have of today, look to reference Job in the Bible. Everything was taken away from him. Nothing is promised to us. I'm not just speaking about life, but I'm talking about your financial situation. Tomorrow that could change. Your employment situation can change. Your life situation could change. Your children's health could change. Your health could change. Your grandparents' health could change. All right, your parents' health could change. All right, you never know. Well, you could adopt a puppy. All right, I felt like I was getting more kind of negative there. Yeah, you adopted puppy. You go need some more money. You go need some pips. All right, but either way, you guys, just like me, crossroads in your life happen. All right, and I thank the Lord very intentfully and daily that uh, I positioned myself ahead of time, and I committed, like I said, I'm committed to focusing on my success, and I'm willing to do what is required. I added that to my affirmations so long ago, you guys, and I'm just so happy that I committed to that, you guys. That I saw it before I saw it, you guys. When I was cashing out with just the strategy alone, you guys, it was like the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. I don't want any of you guys to approach a crossroads in your life and not be able to overcome that. The Lord wants us to live life and live it abundantly. So, okay, for those of you guys living in faith, all right, it's going to be your faith that the Lord wants you to live in that abundance. Okay, it's going to be that faith that you're stepping out on. Now, nobody is allowed to quit their job. I'm not saying that. I've got it on recording. I didn't tell you to quit your job. All right. But what I'm saying is that at my crossroads, I was put in a position where I had to test my understanding. You know, I had consistency somewhat in my demo account. I had a lot of profits. I was still in my education bag, my understanding. All right, but I very much so had to jump in that water. That's kind of how my life's been, anyways, you guys, stepping off the porch, all that, whatever you want to call it. You know, life doesn't give everybody the most comfortable countdowns. All right. That's just the human condition. All right. I'm not asking for tears, I'm asking for understanding. All right. I don't want you crying when it's your turn, because I didn't cry when it's my turn. I got up on my feet, I kept on moving. All right. I had a lot going on. There were so many circumstances in my going on, just like at so many other pivotal points in my life. You know, the most the quality amongst millionaires, the common qualities amongst millionaires is that they're able to operate they're in high function no matter what you've got going on. All right. Let's get into some personal development, you guys. Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of the Millionaire Mindset, Make Your Bed, effective habits of uh, effect. How what's that one? 13 things mentally strong people do. I forgot the effective habits one. Rich Dad Poor Dad. You guys, freaking hidden in plain sight. Our BYOB book. 12 Rules of Life. You guys. There's so much out there. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys. Poverty starts in the mind. You've got to comment 7 habits of successful people. What? Yeah, you guys drop it in the chat. You guys, what are some references you guys are currently in for your mindset? What is your why? Drop your why in the chat, you guys. We're spending some time here on the call. Whoever's comfortable, drop your why in the chat. If you can type fast enough, or if you can paraphrase, drop it in there. All right. I'm not going to get to exposing you because the call is recorded. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Seven Habits of Highly Successful People was the book. Thank you. Yes, Seven Habits of Highly Successful People. Um, uh, so you guys drop it in the chat. I'm not going to call you out because the calls are recorded, but drop those whys. Send it to the family. Let's go ahead and represent. All right. Let's get it in the chat. They're important. All right. I'll share my why, my testimony with you any day of the week. All right. I feel like I'd start tearing up at the moment because I'm really pulling at my heartstrings for you guys, because I'm telling you, once the poverty mindset was made aware to me, everything changed. Everything. You guys, this skill set, I'll just take a second personally while we're on broadcast to thank Miss Tasha and Dyer, our trade whisperer, because this skill set changed my life so much, you guys. Like a little 5-minute testimonial video would not do it any justice because of how like rearranged. Like, you guys, we're not playing when we say this movement is God breathed. All right. It definitely breathed new life into me. All right, for sure, for sure, for sure. Keep on dropping those whys, you guys. Family, check them out. These are the people you're working with. This is our industry. These are the people you're here with. For any of my people that were new to the call and didn't drop those 111s, shoot, these are the people you're working with. We're real people out here. Okay. We're real people. We've all got dreams. We've all got goals. We've all got aspirations. All right. And tonight, again, an advanced call, we're getting to advanced mindset. Here's my affirmations. I am an educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All of my trades end in profit every day. I am 777. I am dedicated to my family, our goals, and our greatness. I am living my testimony. I am a 7-figure earner. I am the bank. I generate generational blessings. I operate in patience, education, discipline, and excellence. I am committed to focusing on my success, and I am willing to do what is required. I am an average breaker. My God is a way maker. I am an exception. I am blessed to be a blessing. You guys, I say that every morning. Well, ain't nobody awake in my house anyways. Don't nobody care if I'm talking to myself. I don't care. It's just me and the Holy Spirit here, right? I've got this same affirmation written down in so many notebooks, you guys, on mornings where I had discourse in my house and I didn't feel like trading that day. The one thing I did was write that affirmation. You can't jump off that bus. It's not just a corny phrase, you guys. We want you to start with that fundamental affirmation. All right. I am an educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All of my trades into profit. I am 777. We want you to start there. All right, you guys, but we want you to own this as well, because this is what's going to make the difference for you. It's not what makes a difference for me. You dropping in the chat. Well, actually, you dropping in the chat does make a huge difference for me. I sincerely appreciate it. You guys make a world of difference to me because, like I said right there in the end of my affirmations, I'm blessed to be a blessing. All right, you guys, and I just really appreciate you guys for this opportunity, for you guys' trust, for you guys' attention. All right, for you guys' commitment, because you keep on showing back up to the goals. You keep on making me think my jokes are funny. Okay. I really sincerely, I do appreciate it. Being around you guys has made me better. I've definitely seen improvement in it, and I definitely enjoy being able to talk to people who want to listen to the skill set. There's so many people out here that just don't want to take advantage of what's right in front of them. Just like we appropriately titled our book, Hidden in Plain Sight, you guys. I have the my intention when I first joined with the strategy was to be able to teach those immediately around me. I knew I was going to be educating people, but I just never knew it was going to be on this type of platform. I really had no idea. But all the people that are like in my specific area, my immediate area, generally the sentiment is oh man, I just can't sit in front of the computer like that, or oh, I ain't got the patience for that, or I got ADHD, or I got this, or oh, I'm just gonna give you my money. When you doing that, man, you just let me know, and you guys, it breaks my heart, but it's not something that I let trip me up. I keep on, I gotta keep on moving, because one day they'll catch up, maybe. But you guys, I'm just telling you, the average conversation I have is that most people just they don't want to reach for it out there. It's right there in front of them. It's not hard. It's just something different. All right. So the fact that you guys are coming in and showing up again for your skill set, showing up for something new that you want to be a part of this, I appreciate your attention. All right. And I'm not going to tell nobody if you went and got a drink or if you fell asleep during one of our calls or this, second, and third, because I just want to see you at the call more specifically. So I want to see your presence. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all of those all that input, all your whys, you guys. For those of you guys listening on the YouTube channel, for listening on Facebook or whatever, this is why you definitely need to be a part of the movement. All right. Get in and get into this family. Be a part of it. All right. Get into these Zoom calls. Get in with the person that exposed you to this opportunity. All right. Be a part of it. All right. We're here together. I'm just reading some of these whys. Just praying for all of you guys. Every single one of you. Yeah, you guys are exactly why I'm here. Oh man. Yeah, thank you for all the input, you guys. I really appreciate that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So again, you guys, before we close out, let's make space for any questions, comments, or testimonies. Questions, comments, or testimonies. It's cool if you're not comfortable putting your why in the chat. We get it. Like I said, I'm a person too. But I want you, I want you inside your mindset personally meditating on that why. If you haven't addressed your why yet, tonight or tomorrow morning, wherever you find your best meditative space, get out a piece of paper and a pen. All right. And I really want you to break down, like, in an intentional, serious, no jokes, no whimsical thoughts, no fantasies. All right. I want you very intentionally. I want you to pull at your heart. All right. I want you anchored. Okay. In the beginning, at the top of our year, I used reference this huge anchor. I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen an actual ship anchor, but these things are huge. The one in the image is probably as tall as the building I live in. I live in a townhome, right? 2 stories. Um, uh, at the base of it, there are these 2 guys sitting there working on it, right? They were so tiny in comparison to that why. And I need your why to be that big. I need your why to be that big. All right. Bigger than you can even imagine. All right. Before we head out, I want to open the mic for our trade whisperer, Miss Tasha M. Dyer. Miss Dyer, are you there? Do you have the mic?
I am. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just first and foremost, let me dive in here really quickly. We're about to close out. But just listening to the heartfelt, the information that's being poured out to you, is what I can tell is you heard the testimony tonight, you heard all of that, and that's really what this movement is all about. This is very, very, very important, right? This is very, very important. And I just want to comment because I hear his heart as he's talking tonight. The trainings are always phenomenal, they're always exceptional, but I don't know what it is and what's different, but I know where we're going with this movement and where we're transitioning to and where this elevation and acceleration that's taking place. I know I know because over the last 4 years, lives have been changed. And I can tell you right now, even more are going to be changed. As we close out this week, we come Monday to the 28th, and you hear us consistently talking about and consistently declaring and decreeing, right? 2 million, 2 million, 2 million strong, 2 million families financially educated and impacted, 2 million. And the 28th of March. And the 28th of March is a transition. It is a shift that is literally happening. And I want you to understand the significance behind what he's saying, the significance behind you affirming, the significance behind what's being poured into your heart tonight. Because I'm quite sure, right? He mentioned collective consciousness. I'm quite sure that that's not where his mind was. But see, when everything is in alignment, when everything is there, that is what manifests. Because I heard something different tonight. And this is the last call for the week. And when we meet together again, it will be the 28th. When we come together again, and we have been speaking the 28th for 2 years, hear me clearly. This movement is 4 years strong, 4 years of lives being changed. And when we come back together on Monday morning, it will be the 28th. And I want you to understand, because here you are listening to someone tonight whose life has been changed. And it took for an affirmation. It took for a decision to be made. So I know whether you're a guest on the line or this is your first time on a call, or you've been on the calls for quite a while, whatever your story is, tonight is the day. Do not come back Monday morning without having made a decision. Tonight is the night that you make a decision. Tonight is the night that you decide that you're worth it. Tonight is the night that you decide, because it doesn't matter what this information look like. What it matters is the decision, because these charts, you're going to embrace them. These charts are going to change your life. These charts are going to shift something for you and the people around you when you embrace the concept and when you embrace the understanding that you made a decision, and it begins in your mind. It all starts in your mind, and that's where it begins and that's where it ends. Because the what to do, marking up the charts, taking it from an EKG to an ATM, that is literally what this is and what it will do for you. It's going to go from where it looks like an EKG and we don't know what that is, to where it's going to shift your life and it's going to become the market is your personal ATM. And you see those lives are being changed. But I just want you to grasp that tonight. I want you to understand tonight, right? Tonight, you have a decision to make. Because I can remember our initial conversations. I remember my initial conversations. I remember the messages, the messages, the text. But what I will tell you, what happened, he's not lying. He's being very transparent. He made a decision. And when he made a decision, everything aligned in the path, right? Everything aligned. And if you're in our text group, right? You text BYOB to 904-567-0634, right? You would have got a text today that says the place between your comfort zone and your dream is where life takes place. Don't let life happen to you. You happen to life, right? So life is going to happen along the journey. It always does, right? But you have to be in a position to where you happen to life, and nothing is going to stop you from obtaining and achieving your goal. So if you're ready to declare and decree, if you're ready to make a decision tonight, if you're ready to walk into the affirmation, this movement started in a conversation 2 years ago, halfway into the 4-year period. We decided by the 28th of March, 2022, the 28th, do you hear me? 2 million strong. And when I tell you the manifestation of what's coming, you will understand that God is good. And you will understand that when you affirm, it's just crazy how this is aligning. It's just crazy. The song is dropping. The song is dropping on Monday. I'm telling you now, 777 in the chat. 777 in the chat. if you are ready to declare and decree, if you are ready to walk into your excellence, if you are ready to just make that decision that you are worth it, that it is yours for the taking, that the reality is that every single thing is in alignment, but you have to see it before you see it. And I need you to catch that. You have to see it before you see it, meaning that you have to see it in your heart and your mind before you will ever see the manifestation of what's to come. So I need you tonight to grab that. Let those 777s mean something. Let them ring something. Let you walk in something. Because when you do, guess what's going to manifest? That vision, that dream that you see, that you speak. So I want you to speak it. He had you dropping your whys in the chat. That was powerful. I'm telling you, tonight was nothing but God and a manifestation of what's happening and what is coming, what is taking place, and where we are from what we decreed, what we declare and decreed with God in the midst of it 2 years ago that rounds back to 4. Because it was the 28th of March when we said 28 March 2022. I'm telling you now, and here we are. I love each and every single one of you guys. I'm just so excited. So I know you haven't heard from me much, so I just wanted to jump on here and just tell you guys I love you. Stay the course. We are ready. Get registered for those expos. It is no excuses. Get ready and get registered for the expos. And I'm telling you now, come Monday, you guys should be screaming from your roof to, yes, the rooftop of your mouth. Your head should be exploding. I need you guys to just get ready, get ready, get ready. The 28th of March, okay? 2 million families financially educated and impacted. BYOB is the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. And everybody on all social media platforms, I just need to see BYOB worldwide hashtags and 2 million strong. Every single day, all weekend, that's all I want to see. You need to flood it all day. Because I'm telling you, you guys, let's get the energy out there. Let's get our vibrations together and let's walk into excellence and come back Monday morning ready to change the world. Genesis, Patton, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am. And again, thank you, Ms. Dyer, for everything that you've done for us that's brought us up to this point. And as we close out, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for what it is that you have done for us to position us for such a time as this, Father God, and what it is that you have done to position us for such a place as this, Father God. I thank you for bringing us all together tonight, Father God, especially those that are under the sound of my voice on our recorded calls, dear Heavenly Father. I thank you, Lord, that you are speaking to each and every single one of their position, their placements and their positions, Father God. I ask, Lord, that as we part ways, that you let your space be known amongst them, let them feel your presence there, Heavenly Father God. Let them feel that comfort and grace, Lord, that so that we may be disciplined, patient, executive traders, Father God. We thank you, Lord, for everything that it is that you've done for us, everything that you do, and everything that you have in store. I pray, Lord, that you keep us safe as we rest, and Lord, bring us back together so that we may enjoy each other's company again. It is these things that we ask in your Son, Jesus' heavenly and mighty name. Amen.